assault here with this vehicle. LA County Sheriffs try to pull it over. Officers from their Century Division. Vehicle failed to yield. So as a result, right now we see this high-speed pursuit, very dangerous at times. Again, we're going southbound on San Pedro now. And you can see as this vehicle picks up speed in these streets here where there's light traffic, that just increases the danger of this pursuit. So again, just blazing through lights here. We're going southbound on San Pedro here. We are just south of the 105 freeway. Again, LA County Sheriffs in pursuit. Now, just a few moments ago, the watch commander very concerned about this dangerous speeds. I mean, look, we're just coming up in the school zone here. We're in a school zone here. Vehicle traveling about 60 miles per hour. They are in what they call a surveillance mode. They're southbound on San Pedro, coming up, I believe, on 135th Street. We are in a surveillance mode, so this person does not see any deputies directly behind him or her, but they're hoping while they do that, the tactic is hopefully to get this person to slow down. But right now, this person does not seem to be doing anything of that.
Megan, can you clarify again the location, what city we're dealing with here, and how fast have you been clocking this driver?
They've been clocking this driver at times, I heard, about 50, 60 miles per hour. I think it might be a female driver just crossing Rosecrans on Avalon, actually San Pedro, southbound San Pedro, just passing Rosecrans, and you can see that this vehicle is just traveling at a very fast, high rate of speeds. I'm also monitoring the LA County Sheriffs, the helicopter. They are calling out the speeds right now, and earlier I heard them say about 55 miles per hour. That is just way too fast. We went through a school zone just a few moments ago, so this is a very dangerous pursuit, more of a following right now here, according to the LA County Sheriffs.
Yeah, we don't see, I mean, obviously you're pushed in a bit here, but we don't see any police cars or patrol cars following at any close range. As you mentioned, they've made that decision for safety to kind of pull back on it. Megan, does it seem, are we kind of making a circle here, or are we heading out from the area where you originally picked this up?
No, we are heading away from that area. I mean, this was not too far from the other pursuit that we just covered that ended in the Watts projects. You can see we're coming on the street here, turning on a small side street here. It's a cul-de-sac street. It might come to a dead end. No, actually, the person has a way out there. So again, just merging into traffic. Let's see if they're going to kind of slow it down. They just kind of merge in here. Trying to get I think this is the Willowbrook area, coming into a parking lot here. So they are doing that in order not to have to stop at that light. We're at a parking lot here of a local hamburger joint right now, and the vehicle just went right through it, and now we're going westbound. We'll try to catch the street here for you. But we're near Compton Airport to kind of give you an idea. So we're in the Compton area now, going westbound.
All right, Megan, and besides the speeds, when you first pulled up the shot here, it looked like this person was driving on the wrong side of the road, and again looks like the person's picking up speed once again. Talk to us about what you've seen.
Well, at times we did see that. We're westbound on Alondra. Next major street is going to be Avalon. So we're westbound on Alondra, coming up on Avalon here. This vehicle is traveling at a very high rate of speed. Way to go, car just turned right in front of him, not realizing that we have a pursuit or a high speed, I would say, following right now. Regardless that, well, now we got a deputy just pulled in there, but regardless that there's no officers visible, no black and white units, this guy is still traveling at a high rate of speed. And in fact, I'm so used to saying this guy, I actually think it might be a female driver. I thought I heard them talking about her a few times. So we're not sure if it's a male or female driver, but again, we are westbound on, like I said, Alondra, coming through that red light, cross traffic. Look at the bicyclist right there. Wow. Just no regards for the bicyclist or anybody else. And this is the dangerous part of this pursuit. We're coming up on the 110 freeway there. So there's the 110 freeway as we continue westbound, westbound on Alondra Boulevard. And again, it's just these pursuits just get too dangerous. That's why they put them in what they call a tracking mode. Unfortunately, this person's still driving at very high rate of speed.
Yeah, no, we apologize. We appear to be losing the signal here for just a moment. But as Megan was telling us, you know, this all started with a failure to yield. I believe we have Megan Ray's back for us in News Chopper 4. Slowing down a bit here, or is that just because the light is red and they're blazing through it anyway?
Well, kind of slowing down just a little there. To see that southbound traffic just going, they had the green light. This guy is the one who has the red light. He's just slowing down at times in order to get around vehicles. I'm surprised he or she is even doing that right now. But we're on a small surface street here, in the Compton area, coming up into the Gardena area. Look, he's going to pass on the wrong side of the road. Make sure there's no cross traffic. Here's a stop sign. He's just going to go boom right through that stop sign with no regards to any other vehicles. That is what makes these these pursuits very dangerous, rather. Just the lack of regard for anybody else on the road. Here we come up on another. We have a red light. He's making a right turn, so we're going northbound. I think this might be Normandy or Vermont. So again, hopefully it looks like he might be slowing down. He does not see any black and whites behind him, so we're going to see if he's going to hopefully start slowing down a little. We've got, it looks like perhaps a red light. Just ran a red light here, and now we're on 156th Street. We're on 156th Street going westbound off of, I believe that was Vermont. So we're in some small neighborhood now here in the Gardena area, and fortunately we're starting to see some minimal speeds, but this person's still traveling too fast for this area.
Yeah, we've seen this person now make extremely wide turns into the wrong lanes of traffic, going the wrong direction. Blow through stop signs, blow
He's in
through
a
red lights. Is this
cul-de-sac
cul-de-sac here, Megan?
Well, actually, I thought he was in the cul-de-sac. He has a way to get out there. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I thought it would be coming to one of those dramatic endings when they inadvertently drive into cul-de-sac. Look at that, just going right across there. Now, you see the tactic of those officers right there. They are stopping traffic, so if they can predict the route that he is going, they are going to do their best to stop oncoming traffic right there. That vehicle did not have a stop sign, but this one did, and he just blew through that stop sign. Fortunately, we missed an accident here. Here we go again, coming up on a major street. Look, this is a school zone right here. Children are outside playing, and this guy is still driving erratically here in this neighborhood. We're in the Gardena area, just going over through some middle school, coming up on cross traffic on a major street here, and just running that red light, turning northbound. It looks like he may turn just right there by the LA County Sheriff deputy. They're really not engaging him. They are actually out trying to prevent any accidents, almost head on with that deputy vehicle right there. So this one now is starting to get very dangerous despite not being directly chased. Look, passing the deputy, almost hit that vehicle there, wrong side of the road. This pursuit is getting extremely dangerous.
We do see a number of police cars back in the picture here, so is that probably a decision that they need to try to stop this? Are we out of the mode of pulling back?
Well, I still think we're on Redondo Beach Boulevard. I'm trying to listen to the helicopter talk right now. Here we go, coming up on the stop sign. Just barely clips that vehicle, gets around him. They are not directly engaging in this pursuit. They are basically in the vicinity for when this person decides to stop, and if there is a foot pursuit or anything. I mean, look at this. I'm going to show pull out here. Wrong side of the road, just running through that red light there. So now we're going northbound on we're just off of Redondo Beach Boulevard. We'll get you some of the streets here later, but you can just see how erratic this person is driving. This is a residential neighborhood. We're in the Gardena area, just crossing through that red light right there, traveling on the wrong side here. So this is a pretty dangerous pursuit here. Deputies are well behind this person, hoping that they will slow down, but again, right now, they are just trying to maybe stop traffic at certain intersections if they can predict it. But right now, we're traveling in a northbound direction, heading back toward the 105 freeway.
So now the driver is sort of going back to the direction from where this started?
Right there, cross traffic. Sorry about that. We just saw that white pickup truck coming into the picture there. So we're eastbound on Rosecrans here from Budlong, eastbound Rosecrans here, and you can just see when this person gets on these large major streets, we're just picking up excessive speed, about 45 miles per hour. That's the LA County Sheriff helicopter. He is watching this from above. Look at that, just went right through that red light, just crossing through we're still eastbound on Rosecrans, and this vehicle is just traveling way too fast for this area.
And again, Megan, can you recap what this person might be wanted for, what you're hearing so far? Because obviously this person is driving very erratically, and curious as to what the person's motivation might be to put so many people in harm's way, to put themselves in harm's way.
Well, I think I heard there might have been some type of assault. I mean, LA County Sheriff Department, they have a very strict pursuit policy. It really is don't get into one. They really don't engage in pursuits. If they are following a vehicle, there's a very good reason why. If it's just a normal traffic stop, here he is. He's kind of jammed at this red light here over Rosecrans. I'll get you this cross street here real quick. We're at Rosecrans and Figueroa. But again, LA County Sheriff's Department, they will not engage if it was just a regular traffic stop.
What is this driver doing in the truck here?
Well, the tow truck driver, I don't know what he is doing. That just may be something different in isolation. I don't see any deputy vehicles anywhere behind. Maybe these people don't realize that this vehicle is wanted in a high-speed pursuit. So he seems to be slowing down a little right now, starting to comply with some of the rules here, perhaps. Again, we're going eastbound on Rosecrans, and you just saw the LA County Sheriff's helicopter above following this. But again, there's a reason why they're continuing tracking this vehicle, and I thought I heard some type of assault. We're still trying to get the confirmation on it, but we're going to see what he's going to do right now, going on the wrong side of the road, and head-to-head with the big rig, you know? I mean, just almost got pinned in between those two, just crossing through Broadway, eastbound on Rosecrans, crossing through Broadway. So this vehicle is still driving erratically, trying to evade the police helicopter as well as the ground units.
Yeah, we just saw some more units there as he crossed Broadway, or she crossed Broadway.
Yes, and I'm going to pull out a little just so you can see there are no units behind you. See them to the bottom of your screen. There's one unit over there. So they're keeping their distance. They do not want to engage this driver. They do not want this driver to drive more erratically than this person has already been doing. We're still following Rosecrans eastbound. Here speeds about 50 miles per hour. We got some cross traffic coming up ahead. I'm going to pull out it. You got this cross traffic, and you can see right now this person is starting to slow down somewhat. Well, here we go. Wrong side of the road. He's going to probably cut in front of one of these cars, and now he's turning northbound on the street here. So, you know, kind of crazy driving here. We see this all the time, and this, unfortunately, is probably one of the more dangerous pursuits I have seen here recently.
Megan, this is the best view we've had of the vehicle for a while. Looks like there might be some front-end damage there. Have you noticed, is that front-end damage? And then we thought that maybe this vehicle clipped an SUV about 5 minutes ago or so. Do you think that's where this damage was sustained?
Yeah, actually, I'm glad you brought that up. When I was monitoring this pursuit when News Chopper 4 was en route, we did hear of a minor collision. I don't have the exact location as to where that happened, but when Century units were in pursuit, there was a minor collision, and so that is probably the damage from that collision. So we're still traveling northbound here, wrong side of the road, past the school bus, going in the middle of the road here. We're just adjacent to the 110 freeway. The 110 freeway is to the west of where this person is located, so I believe we're going northbound on Main Street or Avalon, one of those north-southbound streets. And as we are making our way toward 135th, that's going to be the next major cross street. And here we are. Look at that. That's a school zone right there. Yeah. That's a crosswalk for the children. And we have stop traffic here going into, I think this might be a post office, but I see a school bus there. So I'm not too sure exactly what type of parking lot this is. But you can see there are a lot of people out here. It might be a grocery store. There it is. It's a CVS, cutting through the CVS with no regards. These are just people out there doing their daily shopping, and then they've got this crazy person driving at erratic speeds, and, you know, just a very dangerous situation, all this mixed together.
Megan, we understand from the LA County Sheriff that, in fact, they are still in following mode on this one. And now, look at this.
Look at this, guys. He is in a park. This is a park here. He's off of 132nd Street. I mean, there's people in this park as well. I mean, look at these kids right here. There's a school right over there, traveling on a park right now. So we're going to see what's going to happen. Hopefully, this is going to come to an end. We're going to try to see what this driver is doing, spinning out a little of those front tires, but this is not good here. Going through a park here, looks like they were actually trying to motion to somebody. Now you see the deputy vehicle right behind them. Whether this person is waving and taunting at the deputies, I'm trying to see if it is a female. I did hear reports that it might be a female here, so I'm going to try to zoom this in. Windows are tinted a little, so it's kind of hard to see, but look at that. Just going right through that park here. You got all these deputies here. They're going to ram this car. I mean, it's just a matter of time that they got to bring this pursuit to an end. They're going to do everything they can. Those deputies are going to put their lives in line. They're going to try to ram this vehicle because this person is driving in a park where there are children, where there are people playing right now, and they have no business here to, you know, just to be driving like this. So a deputy's got to bring this to an end here shortly.
Looks like this person's just, Doesn't look like this person knows what
I mean,
they're doing.
look at the damage that car is sustaining. This person is just increasing their speed right now. And I mean, look at this. This is unbelievable. I have never seen this type of speeds driving through a park here. LA County Sheriff's Department, you see the helicopter right there coming back to the same area where she entered. And now, you know what? She's just being destructive. She's just kind of just toying around right now. She's not going to pull over, and she's basically going to just continue driving like this, more like just taunting the officers. My pilot Derek is telling me that officers are all around. If she starts charging those officers, that's going to be a different story. I mean, they may be authorized to use some more lethal force.
Right.
I mean, because this is a deadly weapon right here. And I believe that's what I heard earlier, that it was an assault on a police officer. That is not confirmed. It was just through some traffic that I heard. But obviously, this person driving extremely erratically in this area. This is right off, I believe this is the Earvin Magic Johnson Recreational Center. This is the area where this person is driving.
So this is South LA now?
I believe we're coming up into the South LA area. I'm looking at my maps here, and the park that, I mean, look at that. The park that I see is the Earvin Magic Johnson Recreational Center. So I believe that's where this person is driving, and she or he is just taunting those officers. I mean, look at those speeds traveling in this park. This is just absurd here, seeing this happening here, these events unfolding.
It looks like he or she might be going back onto the roadways with a very damaged vehicle, so this becomes a dangerous situation once again, because once that vehicle is damaged, Megan, right, I mean,
back to the CVS parking lot, which is very dangerous.
Yeah, back into the CVS parking lot, seeing what more destruction this person's going to try to do. I mean, look how fast this person is going. Look at that. There's a van right there, almost head on with that van, and going back out onto the street. So, you know, we're going to see whether this person's going to go north or southbound. It's still going to try to get a better picture of the driver. It's kind of hard with all this erratic driving here, but we're on 120th Street, 126th Street here, traveling westbound now, and this is again near the Earvin Magic Johnson Recreational Park. That's where this person was driving erratically for up to almost 5 minutes.
Does this change police tactics at all when this driver is clearly being so out of control? I mean, will they... It seemed like more had approached that park. Now what do you think they do?
Well, absolutely. I mean, at times, see, this person came so close to the deputy vehicle, it was almost as they were intentionally trying to ram a deputy vehicle. If doing that, you know, that's assault with a deadly weapon. Whoa, pedestrians, these are the kids we were talking about. These were children just crossing the street. This person just almost, I mean, fortunately, nothing happened,
but the
wrong side of the road, and the fact that we had children in a crosswalk, you know, it's to the point now where deputies need to stop this vehicle. They need to ram this vehicle or do whatever they can, because public safety is number one concern. Right there, they tried to throw out that spike strip. They were not able to successfully do it. Hopefully this person does not decide to take another joyride in the park. And just as we say that, we're going back into the park. And you know, we saw that pursuit that happened a couple of weeks ago in another state where they actually rammed a vehicle. I mean, that's what they have to do now. They've got to ram this vehicle and stop it, because somebody is going to get hurt. It's just a matter of time before somebody gets killed.
And Megan, can you clarify, is this the exact same park where this person was just taking laps essentially and taunting the officers?
Yes, it's the Magic Johnson Recreational Park, same area, coming back out onto El Segundo Road. She's been there, and I keep seeing she has been in this vicinity before. There's El Segundo Road right over there. But look, you know, just doing fishtails, driving around, probably going to do another U-turn and then drive through the park again. Let me try to get you yeah, that is a female. So it is a woman who is driving erratically. Female driver slamming on those brakes, must see something up ahead, or just kind of just hot dogging it right now. But hopefully deputies can bring this very dangerous pursuit to an end.
And she made several laps through this park just a few minutes ago, then went back onto the surface streets through parking lots, almost hit kids in a crosswalk. Would you be surprised if the deputies don't disable the car this go around, this time she's in the park?
I mean, they didn't, you know, they probably didn't know she was coming back in this area. Hopefully we'll see some deputies soon. But you know what? I'm hoping a deputy will just ram that vehicle, because they got to bring this to a stop. This is an extremely dangerous pursuit. This person has no regards for anybody. We've seen people on the crosswalk almost get hit. A couple of bicyclists were in the area. So again, driving through a park at these speeds, this person is crazy, just coming out onto traffic right now. And you can see this is Avalon now, northbound on Avalon. So hopefully at least will get away from that park and that very dangerous situation where people were just out there for their daily activity.
You know, it was interesting because the areas that we saw her driving in, now that was interesting.
Oh, right there. Oh my goodness, did you see that? I'm sorry to interrupt you, Caroline.
Not at all.
That was almost a collision, and I'm surprised we have not seen more collisions. But look at that vehicle. Look at the right side of that car is just literally almost falling apart because of the reckless driving in the park. That's the 105 Century Freeway that we are just crossing under, and we are traveling at a very high rate of speed, coming up into another school zone there to the left. So again, wrong side of the road. We got the green light, but the wrong side of the road. Let's see what she decides to do. She's turning right there, and I believe that might be Imperial Highway.
Is that part of the bumper that we're seeing flapping there? It's difficult to tell. For a moment, I thought the door had flown open, but it just appears to be part of the vehicle, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think that's most of the front end of the vehicle, the front the bumper, but you are correct. Just the whole car took a serious damage thing there in the park. I'm going to try to pull out here and see what she's going to do as we come up on some cross traffic here. I'm monitoring the police helicopter, so I apologize for some hesitation. I'm trying to listen to what they're doing. Here we go, almost spun out. Here she goes. She's going to crash. TC the vehicle. She crashed, lost control, and basically, I think this is near Central Avenue. Vehicle crashed. Looks like it's disabled. It is. Look at that front right tire. Deputies are there now. Fortunately, this pursuit is coming to an end. This is Imperial, just west of Central. Imperial Highway, just west of Central. Hands are out, so I'm going to zoom in right now. Officers are going to pull her out of this vehicle and get her into custody. But this was just a very dangerous pursuit. This is Imperial Highway, westbound Imperial Highway, I believe just right before Central Avenue, where this pursuit came to a collision. And thank goodness nobody else was involved in that accident.
And as Megan has been showing us, this started off as possibly this female driver here was wanted for assault potentially on a police officer. We saw this driver going 50 to 60 miles per hour down surface streets, going on the wrong side of the road, nearly hitting people, nearly hitting a bicyclist. And now you can see she is exiting the vehicle.
She's hands up.
I'm sorry, guys. Go ahead. I
No,
don't mean to
go
ahead.
No, Megan, please.
Yeah, she is basically complying with the commands. They're having her come out of the vehicle, hands up, put your hands behind your back, and they're going to have her walk backwards towards the officers. You can see them with their guns drawn. They are taking no chances with this individual. Now, we only heard one person in the vehicle. They're going to have a female deputy put her in cuffs because the female deputy is going to pat her down for any weapons. However, the scene is not clear yet. They want to make sure there's no other individuals in that vehicle, but obviously this is the person. She has got a lot of issues driving like that and putting everybody's lives in danger. The fact that they're really not approaching the vehicle, I believe there they are. Those are the other guys who just approached the vehicle, making sure that nobody else is in there. They want to pop that trunk, make sure nobody is in the trunk. You're going to see that officer to the left open that latch. Nobody's in there, so fortunately that is the case cleared on that one. But right now, this young lady here has got some serious issues she needs to deal with, and the fact that she put so many lives in danger during this high-speed pursuit ended here on Imperial Highway, just a little west of Central Avenue.
Yeah, Megan, it's really remarkable that no one was injured in this because we saw her driving on the wrong side of the road, not stopping for lights, coming so close to children in crosswalks. I mean, this was a wild one.
Yes, and the way she drove through that Magic Johnson Recreational Park, I'm surprised that she did not hit anybody. And fortunately, that was just not supposed to happen today. Look at all the deputies on scene. All these resources for this one person is just a shame. But fortunately, there were no significant injuries that we know of. We do know about one accident that happened as a result of her driving.
All right, well, Megan, thank you so much for your excellent coverage of this pursuit. We're going to continue to check in with the LA County Sheriff's Office to see what this woman was initially wanted for, and we're going to have updates on our app, our website, NBCLA.com, and, of course, the NBC4 News starting at 5 o'clock.